Today, we think we are more connected than ever before. But in truth, most of that connection is hanging from very fragile wires. One undersea cable runs into trouble. One mobile cell tower stops working. One storm knocks out the power grid for a few hours. Cut just one link, and the smartest devices in our pockets suddenly go silent. Now, look at this device. A shortwave radio. No SIM card required. No login account. Never plugged into any router or server. And yet, with just a slight turn of the tuning knob, you can still hear a voice arriving from thousands of kilometers away. Shortwave is not more convenient than the internet, but it still works every day. If the internet has already won completely in speed and quality, then why do people still quietly maintain transmitters and giant antenna fields for a technology from the last century? The secret is not beneath the ground. It lies on a hidden path right above our heads. Welcome to Everyday Things Explained. The mirror in the sky. To understand it, we have to follow the path of the signal. Shortwave in the high-frequency band has a special physical ability. It shoots straight up into the sky, strikes the ionosphere, bends and bounces back down to Earth at a very great distance. It turns the atmosphere into a natural transmission line. In 1921, amateur radio operators proved that this once undervalued high-frequency range could carry signals across the entire Atlantic. On the receiving end, you only need a very simple device. A small power source and a basic antenna are enough to catch a voice from the other side of the world. A border-crossing weapon. That miraculous bounce was not only a physical phenomenon, it was once a strategic weapon. Before fiber optic cables beneath the ocean connected the continents, shortwave was humanity's first internet. Through the tense decades of the 20th century, when the world was divided by iron curtains and harsh censorship, nations used shortwave to cross every geographic barrier. Giant transmitters kept firing signals into the sky, bouncing news bulletins, free thought, and Western music straight into the living rooms of people under closed regimes. No wall could stop the invisible stream of waves raining down from the ionosphere. It was a heroic era when even a tiny radio could shake an entire ideology. The secret of Wall Street. If you think shortwave is only for the nostalgic look at the most powerful financial center in the world, Wall Street is urgently hunting for wireless technology from a century ago for high-frequency stock trading, or HFT. The answer is speed. Fiber optic cable transmits data as light through glass fiber, but light travels through glass about 30% slower than it does through air. Not to mention, fiber optic cables have to take detours beneath the ocean. Shortwave travels as the crow flies, bouncing through the ionosphere at maximum speed. For trading algorithms, sending a signal from Chicago to London just a few milliseconds faster is enough to create an advantage worth billions of dollars. Financial elites are quietly buying up abandoned frequency bands, turning this antique object into a weapon for market manipulation. The ionosphere does not care whether you send news or stock orders, it simply does the job of reflection. Nature's refusal. Now return to the two devices from the beginning. On a normal day, the smartphone certainly does almost everything better. Shortwave radio does not exist to compete during idle moments. It exists because it asks very little from the listener. It works as a passive receiving channel when the familiar cables are no longer there. And by the way, when your phone loses network service, but the map's GPS still knows exactly where you are, where is that signal coming from? It seems that the vast sky above still has a few services that do not require us to pay a monthly subscription fee. Thank you for watching Everyday Things Explained.